2, 3, 4. Fuck yeah.
Go. Do I want to go this way? I mean, this way takes me past. Oh shit! How the fuck did you get in there? Fuck this. Yo, how did he get in there?
Barnaby. Poor kid. His name is Barnaby. That's it. That's all I have to say.
What the fuck? What?
A freaking fighter jet is pretty dope. We cut off his pee-pee.
What?
I was like, who is that?
GG's ready.
I don't think they're supposed to be there.
I'm sure we can at least match that.
They're like 10 feet away from where they should be.
Then may I present to you Agnes and Bertha, lady and locomotive, at your service. I'll be in the next car.
Oh my fucking god, she's invisible too! She's invisible too! She's invisible too!
What an excellent idea.
It's killing our girl! Oh, she didn't try to attack it! Oh, that poor woman! He's oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Look, I fucked this dude up with about 1 million Molotov cocktails and probably way too much. I probably used way too many resources trying to fight this guy. And I'll probably regret that later on. You fucker! How the fuck did he know where I was?
Get the hell out of there!
Sir, could you please move? Sir, god damn it. Get out of the way. Shit. Because it's like...
Right. This is the one that ends with Ouroboros.
I mean, it's going to be over in like 2 seconds. Just fucking...
One rocket, right in the face. That's all it takes. He's like, ooh, look at me, I'm a giant slimy slug monster, and then poof, and he's like, oh no, I'm a dead giant slimy slug.
Who's going to get the kill? Who's going to get the kill?
Me? Ooh.
What's up, everybody? Is everything working? I want to make sure everything's working. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. No, I'm not going to play an ad now, because there's at least 2 of you, probably more, you're watching right now. I'm not going to play an ad for you. It's here. It's here. Hey, Sumo. That's what I love about Final Fantasy. Like, no, motherfucker. There's 15 of them already. And this is the 16th one. So it's Final Fantasy 16. Fucking deal with it. We're not going to call it Final Fantasy Next Gen. We're not doing that. Fuck that. It is Final Fantasy 16. Bitch. Yeah, I think an American company would be like, oh, if we say it's Final Fantasy 16, everyone's like, well, I have to play the other 15 games, you know? American companies are, like, worried about putting too many numbers on the end of their games. I swear. Like, Friday 13th for every time they re-released Friday the 13th box set, they keep the final chapter. I bet I could go on Amazon right now and type in Friday the 13th box set. Hang on. And it would include the final chapter. Yeah, who wants to play Final Fantasy 13? Let's look up Friday the 13th on Amazon. Friday the 13th 8th movie collection. No, Friday the 13th collection, $130. Let's see. Let's see what it includes, right? Does it actually list out what it is? Yes! Here it is. Hang on. Where's second monitor? Yep, check it out. Look at this. Disc 4. Wait. Disc... Where the fuck is it? Disc 5. Friday the 13th. The final chapter. Check it out. The final chapter. Followed by a new beginning. Boom. Friday the 13th. The final chapter. Fun fact. Oh yeah, it's Final Fantasy 14 desktop in the background. So fun fact, Sumo. Friday the 13th, Part 2, Part 3, and the final chapter take place on successive days. So Friday the 13th Part 2 takes place on Friday the 13th. Part 3 takes place on Saturday the 14th, and Part 4 takes place on Sunday the 15th. Yeah, what a wild fucking weekend that was. I'm serious as a heart attack. After that, they had a lot of time skips, but 2, 3, and 4 are all on following days. Jason died in Part 4. Like, really died. After Part 4, he's a Zambi. Yeah, I got a lot of Friday the 13th lore up in this head. That's of no use to anybody, but maybe I'll be on Jeopardy one day. But you didn't come here to hear me talk about Friday the 13th. You came here to say, hey, I can't wait for you to play this game. It wasn't even the killer. Yeah, he wasn't even the killer in the first one. So really, Jason's life of killing was only that one weekend. That was it. But I know y'all didn't come here for this. You came here to be like, oh, that's awesome. You got Final Fantasy 16. I can't stay because I don't want there to be any spoilers. And I say, okay, thank you very much. Oh. Progress is saved automatically. Ooh. Now, is this going to be better than Final Fantasy 15? Well, I don't know you, but yes. Alright, screen brightness, yeah, that's fine. Subtitles, of course. Wireless controller vibration, yeah, sure. What options do we have for voiceover language? Japanese, Italian. Okay, big moment, guys. Do we go voiceover language Japanese or voiceover? No. I'm a streamer, I gotta do it English. Frame rate. Who the fuck wants graphics over frame rate? Who are these people? And why is it the default option? Like, I could imagine that people like this exist, but it can't be the majority. Who the fuck wouldn't want frame rate? Final Fantasy. Thank you for playing. How good did the graphics have to be? This is a PS5. They're like, I'm gonna just say it. 30 FPS has never looked good. It just once you've seen 60 FPS, 30 FPS is like a bunch of shit. Like 60 FPS is like key binding. You're never gonna go back to clicking. What is visual? Enable an on-screen waveform that provides visual representation of in-game sounds and music. What? No, I'm good. Begin the game with several accessories to simplify gameplay. Recommended for those players who are less comfortable with action games and wish to focus more on the game's story elements. Fuck that. I've never met a game whose story I cared about. No, that's not true at all. Begin the game with standard equipment. Recommended for those players who are comfortable with action games. I thought this was an RPG. Final confirmation. Confirm settings in the game. Go. How you doing, Sumo? I should shout you out. I'm being very rude. Let's see what hilarious and/or awkward clip is going to grace us. Going to bed shortly? Fair. Like 5 in the morning for you, I think.
So, okay.
So monotone. Sound like a fucking printer.
Sound like a fucking printer. Sound like a fucking printer. Sound like a fucking printer.
It was Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals.
This is like a Final Fantasy 14 expansion.
And that it was this light which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet,
Oh shit.
saw in the light gave rise to temptation. Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow. And thus did our journey begin.
Fucking crystals, man. Can't trust them. Boom! Right out the gate. Right out the gate. Ifrit and Phoenix. Right out the gate. I love it. Man, that is Final Fantasy 14, Ifrit. Oh! Bro, I tell you, here's what's gonna work against the fire demon. More fire. I got it. Yo, is this Lord of the Rings? Is this the Balrog? Yo, this is the Balrog fight. Oh. Ah, you fools. Everyone loves a good prologue. I know, right? This is like literally the prologue to Two Towers. Fly, you fools! No! Oh. Oh, you can just hold it down. You can just hold it down. It is Gandalf and the Balrog. Oh my god. Bro, Final Fantasy 15 started with motherfuckers pushing a car in the desert. And Final Fantasy 14 starts as... Whoa! Final Fantasy 13 had a pretty good intro, but not as good as this. Holy shit. Oh, that's our boy, Next Gen Cecil. Year of the Realm, 873. Final Fantasy X intro might be the most impressive intro, like, for the time it came out. No, Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII had a baller-ass intro. Especially for the time it came out.
It'll be light soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
I want to say it's either 7 or 10 had the most impressive intro for the time it came out.
And only the dominant.
No one else. Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Yeah.
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them. Try to keep that in mind. Let's get this done.
And what's all this thing, Clive? You believe this shit? The world awaits you. I know you haven't played the Final Fantasies, Sumo. Honestly, Final Fantasy VI had a really good intro too. That music and that run across the snowfield is iconic. I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 6, 7, and 10 had the best intros. Like the best first 5 minutes of gameplay, or 5 minutes of whatever. Naoki Yoshida.
Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
That switch to gameplay though. Okay. Well, that moves the camera. I can't move. Use left stick to move Clive and R to move the camera. Oh man. It's kind of, well, fucking Blitzball, worst thing I've played. I love Final Fantasy X. I hate Blitzball. I never understood people were like, oh, all I did was play Blitzball. I'm like, that's like the worst part of the game. Like, I'm gonna just say it. Like, the only good Final Fantasy minigame is Triple Triad, and it's really good. It's so good. Alekin, what's up? Like, Triple Triad is so good. Like, every game after that has to at least try to do a minigame. Up until 12. I think after Tetramaster and Blitzball, they were like, ah, fuck it. Fuck it. It's never gonna be as good as Triple Triad. Triple Triad like breaks the game because you can get really good magic and really good items way early, and Final Fantasy VIII is a game that's made to be broken. I played Blitzball for Walks Ultimate Weapons, the worst part about going for all achievements. Yeah, so there's ways to make it easier. Only thing worse with Blitzball is tennis. Are you talking about Sphere Break? Yeah, Sphere Break's pretty bad. There's ways to kind of stack the deck in your favor with Blitzball, but yeah, it's very tedious. I think it's the fastest I've ever gotten Wakka's ultimate weapon and all the stuff I need is probably like 10 to 15 hours. But it's not 10 to 15 hours playing Blitzball. It's 10 to 15 hours like manipulating RNG and recruiting people and resetting data. And you have to go out and fight battles in between the time you get off of the attack wheel, so you can't just do it all at once. Found that out the hard way after I had reset data like 100 times. Press options at any time outside a cutscene to open the main menu. Let's see what the main menu looks like. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, wait. Gameplay, action focused, screen brightness. Okay. What about...
All hell is about to break loose.
I'll time this. Oh, hell is about to break loose. Oh, but look at this. But I want to look at the game. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's like as fast as I can move. I can't move any faster than this. I do like how he has it kind of off to the side. Alekin, me and Sumo were talking earlier. What Final Fantasy do you think has the best intro? Like the best first 5 minutes of which Final Fantasy do you think is the best? I couldn't decide, so I said it was 6, 7, or 10. One of those three has the best intro. 7's intro is iconic. It's been recreated so many times. 6 is very, very good, but 10 I think is the most impressive for the time it came out. It looks gorgeous, even now. Hey. Yeah, chocobos. Brutal. So, okay, so Final Fantasy XIV's intro, I would consider to be the A Realm Reborn trailer cutscene, where it shows like Bahamut coming out of Dalamud and just wrecking motherfuckers.
These Iron Blood are more beast than man.
I would consider that the intro to Final Fantasy XIV.
They won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
So far, it's probably the most Western Final Fantasy has ever been. I do like it. What I love is that, like ever since, like, Final Fantasy 12, like, literally every Final Fantasy that's come out in the age of social media, the immediate reaction is, it's not a real Final Fantasy. And then after a year goes by, they're like, okay, it is a Final Fantasy now. For whatever reason, motherfuckers always want to be like, it's not a real Final Fantasy.
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
Just sit the fuck down.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
Oh. I love how casual magic is in this world.
I wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men?
Ooh, nice.
It was the Dalmex who
Are you gonna play it on original hardware?
in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not? Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate.
I'm guessing dominants can control the summons.
What did you say?
Should this citadel be allowed to fall, the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
Damn.
Which just leaves me.
Hopka!
The Ironblood will rule the day they set foot on Storm. This game is over.
I do like how medieval everything is.
You cock.
You cock.
Benedicta.
Take care.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
Damn.
Afraid of a little frost, Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Guard standing over there like, damn. What are you trying to insinuate, Sumo? What are you trying to insinuate?
This is our chance. The chaos will conceal us.
I like how the main character so far is the most boring person. I love that. Okay, can we fight some motherfuckers? I never played the demo because I knew I was going to play the real game, so I was like, who cares about the demo? Okay, so far nothing swings the sword. It's working so far. Honestly, like Final Fantasy 15 worked at first, but it never really evolved beyond what it was in the first couple hours. It never really threw anything else at you.
And quick and deadly, as always. Take the van.
Wait. Something's not right.
Holy shit. What is this, Titan? Oh, this looks like Final Fantasy 15 Titan. It looks like almost exactly like Final Fantasy 15 Titan. I'm gonna get another monster. Look who's here to greet the best. Is it Shiva? Fuck. There's the fucking light. Shiva! Bro, I love how like within like 10 minutes you see Shiva, Titan, Phoenix, Ifrit. That's classic Shiva. Oh my god. It's like a hair's breadth away. No, it looks like Final Fantasy III Shiva. It looks like the first time you ever see Shiva. It looks like Final Fantasy III Shiva. See. With like the robes and everything. Fun fact, Final Fantasy III is Naoki Yoshida's favorite Final Fantasy. Oh, hell. He looks like a mix between the Final Fantasy 15 and the Final Fantasy 13 version of Titan. Yo, we might just be playing Final Fantasy 16 for the foreseeable future. Which sucks because that means I can only play it on stream. Which means streams might come at random times. Whenever I get some free time, I'm gonna play this. And that means I'm gonna stream it. So you might see a stream. If this game was made in 2009, that would be a quick time event.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Then move! Oh, shit. I also like how so far there isn't a sprint button. It's just, hey, tilt the stick all the way to move. Oh, shit! I love how there's actually an effect of these, like, two gods fighting each other, you know? Like, normal people have to deal with these two, like, literal gods fighting each other. Like, Final Fantasy XV's Titan was massive, but it never felt like it was... Like, it felt massive, but it never really felt powerful. It's like, yeah, you know, not like Shadow of the Colossus or anything like that. Okay, why can't I jump on that? Fuck. Why can't I jump on that? Do I jump down here? I don't know why I can't jump on that, but okay. I love how the cutscenes are 30 FPS. Invisible walls in 2023, I know, right?
Who's gonna stand there?
0 out of 10. Invisible walls everywhere. Are you just gonna stand there? Oi! Oi! You better hurry up. You're gonna get rocked. Hurry up, Clive. Take care you don't get stoned, eh? Clive, what's wrong? Is she giving you the cold shoulder, huh? Is he fucking dead? I didn't even know his name. And now he's dead.
Wyvern! Wyvern! I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Oh, you got a license for that, someone? Hey, it's cheeky git. Oh, he killed my mate. Bit rude, isn't it? I love trashy British people. The trashier, the better. Because I always associate a British accent with sophistication, so when I see a trashy one, it's like, I love you. What's up, Mike? Kid now? Wait, is this in media res? Am I gonna play through a flashback before I get back to that point? I love how medieval it is. This is like probably the most medieval Final Fantasy yet. But like up until Final Fantasy VI, they were all fairly medieval. It just, they were also 8-bit and 16-bit, so it didn't really come across that well.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Oh, that motherfucker's gonna be dead in 10 minutes.
Don't give up now.
Look at this dog! This dog! My brother always looks after me. We have such good times together, and I love him ever so much. And I especially love being alive. Yep. Are we about to learn how to do combat?
Let's start again from the beginning.
Yo, he's got Titus's stance. Or Titus's stance. I want this dog in Final Fantasy 14 or we riot. Yo, you know there's gonna be a crossover collab. Press square for melee attack, up to 4 attacks can be chained together. Cool.
Very good. Such swordsmanship will serve you well in the field. But can the same be said of your
Yeah, swordsmanship's gonna serve me really well fighting literal gods.
within you? Now let them burn without. Come, Clive. Rain fire down upon me.
Come, Clive, set me on fire. Land a fire spell 5 times. Got it.
Excellent.
Do I just have infinite fire spells? That's pretty awesome. Already, magic is better than Final Fantasy 15. It was such a pain in the ass to use Elementy.
Flatter me, my lord. Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade.
Are they flirting?
You're attacking.
Rather, I flattened you.
If you don't live long enough to use it. On your toes, Lord Rossfield.
Stay quick on your feet. I'm guessing evade. How to evade. So I want to evade an enemy's attack. Cool. Evade an attack at a precise moment it is dealt will temporarily slow the enemy, make it more susceptible. Ooh, witch time. We got witch time, guys. We got witch time.
Good. Move only when you must.
Damn, too slow, too fast.
Nice try. How did you dodge that?
Too slow. Or I'm sorry, too early.
Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon.
Alec and I have not logged into Final Fantasy 14 in like 3 weeks.
Foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you?
I've unplugged my keyboard and mouse from my PS5 because it was messing with another game.
You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power. Call upon that power now to close on me.
Yo, summon that god to attack me. Just do it. It'll be fun. Trust me. It's so weird that he's like, bro, use the power of a god to fuck me up. And do it 3 times. Let's say press circle to close on his target. Oh, okay, so each one of the gods augments your abilities. That is like such an obvious thing. Can be used by executing a phase shift. I just got a new house, so I need to decorate. Alec, I need to come visit.
Good. Fly at your foe before he can raise his guard. Impressive. But even the most agile shield cannot hope to escape every blow. And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall.
Don't get hit.
Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished.
Ooh, and Mist.
Speaking
I love
of which,
Mist.
my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all.
Help me out. Mist is Limsa Laminsa, right? Use potions to restore HP. Bro, they got it looked up like Dark Souls. So my FC's house is in Shirogane, I think? Yeah, it's in Shirogane. I gotta be honest. There's a special place in my heart for Gridania. I think that's the Lavender Fields. No, Lavender Fields might be... Whatever Gridania... Gridania was my first starting city, way back when I started as a Dragoon. So, like, Gridania is, like, my home. even though my current character started in Limsa. I have yet to play through the old starting areas. I wish New Game Plus covered the other starting areas. I bet it will in a patch. But I guess the idea is, hey, just make a new character and play through it if you really want to play through it. But it's like, nah, I want to play through it as like an overpowered motherfucker.
That's better. Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory. Or at the very least, to ensure that you live to fight another day. Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust? You don't want to kick a man while he's drowned?
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rosfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
As you wish, my lord.
Have at me, boy. Make proof of your strength.
Can't move yet. I can't move yet. The will gauge independent opponents' ability to fight back. Break their spirit by landing attacks and strike them when they are vulnerable. Is it like a reverse stagger gauge?
Go on. You're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
You're taking this seriously.
Keep going, Clive.
Ah! Oh, Lord Monic's will have been broken. Leave him staggered. Try deal. I knew it! Staggered! Try to deal as much damage as you can before you regain senses. Use R plus melee to execute Rising Flames, a powerful iconic ability granted Clive by the Blessing of the Phoenix.
It's time I took my own advice and used all the tools at my disposal.
Ah.
Go on, Clive. Keep pressing.
Just a little more. We believe in you.
Boom! Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. Hey, did you see it? Did you see it? Alec, did you see it? They made a little Z. And the first thing I thought of was Gunbreaker. Oh, baby. Oh! Okay, it's only been like 30 minutes, but shit, I think Final Fantasy is back. Final Fantasy is back. If you ask me, Final Fantasy single player hasn't really been there since Final Fantasy X. Like, there have been good games. I think Crisis Core was the last truly great Final Fantasy game. If you discount the online games. I really like World of Final Fantasy 2, but if you ask me, the last truly great single player Final Fantasy was Crisis Core. And Crisis Core had its own issues, but the storytelling was But if you're talking about completely original Final Fantasies, Final Fantasy X was the last truly great Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy X was 22 years ago.
See? I told you he could do it.
Final Fantasy 12 is good, but it just never clicked with me. I love the gameplay. I love how big the world is. But, like, here's the thing. Final Fantasy 12 is basically an offline Final Fantasy 11. Like, when I first played it, I was like, this is Final Fantasy 11. It plays exactly the same.
You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me.
So wholesome.
What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
I love how the equipment looks very similar to like Final Fantasy 14, like level 20 equipment. Except for my man rocking leather pants. Shouldn't overdo it, big brother.
Joshua. Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
That's why. You were coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
I'll be fine. It's just a cold.
He's gonna be dead in 10 minutes. Wait, what the hell? Active time lore. Hold touchpad to access the active time lore feature for compilation important information relevant to Clyde's current storyline progression. ATL can even be viewed during restful cutscenes. Oh, ATL. Bro, wait. Is this data log? Is this data log? You do this to me, Final Fantasy 16. Is this a data log? Don't you do it. Don't you be like, just read the data log. Alright, we're gonna look up my boy's brother. Second son of the Archduke of Rosaria, Joshua was appointed heir to the ducal throne by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of the Phoenix. His love and admiration for his elder brother Clive is absolute. He is only too proud to have him serve as his first shield. His love for Carrots less so. Oh, so Joshua is the rightful heir to the throne. So, like, almost guaranteed this dude's gonna die. This kid's gonna die, I swear. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but I'm telling you, this motherfucker is gonna be killed. Again, what was up with this guy? Has to guard the Phoenix, loves the ability to wield a part of his fire. Okay. So my boy was blessed. Check out his fiery red hair and the fact that he wears red. And there's also a red flag next to him. There's a lot of red going on in this picture. And there'll probably be a lot of blood in the future. I guess red is like the color they wear because like the fire is the Phoenix.
Push yourself.
His grace has returned.
Okay, check this out. So my boy Joshua is wearing all the red. He's got red hair. He's got a red fucking dress, it looks like. All the red. And the soldiers are wearing red. The commander's wearing red. But check out Clive. He's wearing a little red too, but it's kind of hidden. Kind of like, you know, he's not really showing his red. I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Father's back.
I bet the father's wearing a bunch of red.
Your Grace, please, this is no place for one such as you. I would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy.
Your Grace.
Gentlemen, Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Thank you, Your Grace. We live to serve.
Joshua. You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
It's like I don't know if you ever seen American Movie, but American Movie is a movie. It's like a documentary about a guy trying to make a movie, but he has these wonderful like monologues where he talks about film, and he's like, you know, it's like the seventh seal, and they're talking about death, and there's a gargoyle in the background. I just love that kind of shit, man.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you, Mother.
Ooh, why is she looking at him like that?
Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
Guess we know who the favorite is.
Lord Murdoch?
Your Grace.
He does not like her.
What a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
We should join them.
I love it already. I love it. Like, here's the thing. Like, so far, Clive seems very similar to Noctis. In a way. So Noctis has this fate kind of thrust upon him. This thing he has to do that's like thrust upon him. And a big part of the narrative of Final Fantasy 15 is him almost running away from that. and like refusing to accept that this is what he has to do. Clive is kind of like the reverse of that. He's the firstborn, but his younger brother is blessed by the Phoenix. And because of that, his parents, I don't know about his father, but his mother definitely seems to care more about his younger brother than him. Like, it's entirely possible he grows up without ever really experiencing love from his parents. Because this is okay, like in medieval times you wanted a male because you wanted an heir, you know? And they they call the second born males, they call them the spares, in case the older one dies. But all of the love and all of the investment, if you will, is poured into the firstborn. In this case, it's poured into the Joshua. I like it, and I also love how they don't dwell on it. It's they kind of drop it, boom, and they're like, "This is what's happening." Don't go on and on about it. I hope they don't. Like, yeah, I get it. Is it a chocobo? Is it a chocolate bird? I told you he's wearing all the red. Red as fuck. Look at him. Even the chocobo's wearing red. Alakin, you be calling all man.
Rise, my friends.
Alakin, you be calling everybody daddy.
Welcome home, Father.
Thank you, Joshua. You are well, I trust.
Yes, Father. Much better. Today, Jill and I went to the bathing to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
This dog.
Now.
This dog. He's the most important character yet. If you kill that dog.
Lift up your head, girl.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Joshua. They don't have the balls to kill a puppy. They don't. They do not have the balls to kill a puppy. They'll kill a kid all day. I bet you they kill Joshua, and then there's like flashbacks to it. So you get to see him die multiple times.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. You must make ready.
Is the situation truly so grave?
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father. Your Grace.
Shields dismissed.
I like how the main characters stand out, but it's not gregarious. It's not like ridiculous. Final Fantasy 15, I liked it too. Final Fantasy 15, the main character definitely stood out, but it wasn't super ostentatious. It wasn't like Final Fantasy 13 where everyone just looks completely ridiculous. No.
Torgal. Where do you think?
I think sorry, I keep pausing. I think at least in terms of Final Fantasy, I think it would be better to design the world first and then design the characters, you know? Because there's moments in Final Fantasy where it's like egregious. And the one that definitely comes to mind is Lulu in Final Fantasy X. Why the fuck does she look like that? She is so out of place amongst all of Spira. No one else looks like her until the sequel. Pain kind of looks like her. It's like Pain and Lulu are the only people in the world that dress like that, you know? It just kind of takes you out of it, you know?
You're going. Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
Can I hold this dog? Sunrise, sunset. Yo, is this main story quest? Did you find yourself lost? Do not fret. Hold down left trigger or L3 and trust in your animal instinct. Bro, we got Detective Vision. Detective Vision has made its way to Final Fantasy. We've got Detective Vision. Every game must have Detective Vision. I think 10 is very overrated, just like 7. Alekin, how dare you? How dare you? I like Final Fantasy 10. I think Final Fantasy 10 is a very, very good game. How dare you? 10 is not... Bro, 10... Okay, for a long time, I'm talking like 10 years, people would just shit on 10 all the time. They'd be like, I don't like Tidus. I don't like the turn-based battle. I don't like the ridiculous voice acting. I don't like the fact that you can't change the camera. Like, I don't want to hear about overrated. Like, yeah, nowadays 10 is looked at more glowingly. But it wasn't like that for a very long time. Now, 7, I can agree with you. I wouldn't say 7 is overrated, but like, what makes 7 good is like, that's not what people talk about. People are like, oh, Cloud is so interesting. Oh, Sephiroth is so sexy, you know? Hey, 10 is far from bad. It's one of the best, but not top 3. Now, I have not played Final Fantasy X in almost 7 years because I got the platinum for it, you know? So there's like no reason for me to play it anymore. But I think it's time for a revisit. Civil War kicking off in Russia. Let's go. What? Did they kill Putin? I hope they killed Putin. Wagner, mercenary chief, called for armed rebellion against Russian military. What? 25,000 mercenaries vow assault. Oh my god. 10-2 is easily the worst Final Fantasy ever made. I haven't played all of 10-2. Okay, of the numbered entries that I've played, the worst one is Final Fantasy 2. But it's mostly because of the ridiculously high encounter rate, the design philosophy, the kind of backwards game design. Okay, it's backwards now, but it was fucking 1988 and they were experimenting. But like, I don't... What is this? Look at this. Alekin, look at this. You see this? You see the symbol right here? That's the XP symbol from Final Fantasy XIV. Look at these 8-bit... Look at this! Look at this! Are we playing Palace of the Dead? Is this Palace of the Dead? Anyway, as I was saying, for me, Final Fantasy II is the weakest of the Final Fantasies. The numbered Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy 11 and 14 are hard to judge because they're not single-player games and they're like continuously expanding. So I'll leave those alone. But if we're talking top 3, right now, for me, top 3 would be Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy X, and... Oh, this is going to be hard for my third. I gotta go with Final Fantasy VII. The original, not the remake. The original. A very close fourth would be Final Fantasy VI. But I gotta go with 8, 10, and 7. I like Final Fantasy 9, but I think it's been too long since I played it. I think Final Fantasy 9 has the best ending. Final Fantasy 9's ending had me like weeping like a bitch. But the last time I beat it, I was like 17 years old. Anyway.
I need to speak with Father.
Yo, what is this 30 FPS nonsense? Okay, what is this? There was like a little thing over there. Oh, what? Cutscene time? What? I wonder who the Yuffie's gonna be in this game.
is new?
What about you, Alekin? What's your top 3? Let's hear it. I want to hear it. What is your top 3? Let's go.
Bow to him, you fool! Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
I think the fact that the red is hidden might be a hint that he's uncomfortable in his position.
Stand, please.
He also has red gloves. I didn't notice that. But he has red gloves.
Start.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if
7 Remake is number 1? Ooh.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
I can get behind 9 and 6. 100%. I'm with you on that. 7 Remake, though.
do we all, my lord.
As do we all.
Come along.
And the multiplayer is for...
to your duties.
So I like 14, but I'm gonna fucking say it. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think 14's story is overrated. It takes an age to get through it. And I don't think the payoff is that great for the amount of time it takes to tell it. Like, I'll give an example. So One Piece. I think One Piece is worth the time it takes to tell the story. If you read the manga, maybe not the anime, that's really long, but One Piece wouldn't work as a shorter story. One Piece's strength is in world building and like building up the odds that really face these characters, which you can't do. Like, One Piece does this thing where it'll show you a really powerful pirate or it'll show you a really powerful organization, and then it will provide context. And it'll say, oh, that really powerful pirate is actually fairly weak compared to these other pirates, you know? I mean, it was the first Final Fantasy I ever played, and it's a place in my heart started off for me. Really. 7 Remake was not my first. It was probably like my 10th or... Okay. My problem with 7 Remake, and it's definitely an issue that I have, is that I have played the original so much. I played the original probably a year or 2 after it came out. So I played the original when it was still fairly, like, newish. The original... To me, the original is so well paced. There's always something new happening. It doesn't waste your time. It doesn't dwell too much on certain things that don't matter. And what is there is great. I love it. 7 Remake, it's detail for one. It's so slow. To me, it seems so slow. To me, it takes an age for anything to happen. Because in my head, when I think of Final Fantasy VII, I think of the original, and I think of the way how fast that story moves. The Midgard section in FF7 OG might take 4 or 5 hours at most. I just like the original, specifically the minigames. Yeah, the minigames are kind of awkward, but you don't have to play them. Like, okay, here's the thing. Final Fantasy VII is a extremely old game. But I think most of it holds up pretty well. You know, maybe the graphics aren't your cup of tea. Maybe some of the writing isn't your cup of tea, but I think for the most part, it holds up fairly well. Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake is not a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. But it adds... What it adds, I think... Avalanche. So, like, Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge. 6 and 10 are my top 3, so it's not about the age of the game. You're right. You're right. one of the things I didn't really care for is that so in FF7 original, you only meet Biggs and Wedge in like the first reactor, and you only meet Jesse in the first reactor. They have almost no characterization at all. They are better characters in the remake. I will give you that. But the way they use Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse in the original is that they all die, and they all die without much fanfare. You can run right by them as you're climbing up the pillar. Later on, Barrett has kind of a complete mental breakdown because he realizes that he has led people to their deaths, and it is because of him and his crusade against Shinra that people are dead. And he has this weird moment of clarity where he wants to like stop fighting. He wants to stop doing anything, and he just nearly like gives up. But then he remembers that Marlene is still alive. And I think something similar happens in 7 Remake, but it's done so well in 7 because the thing a 7 Remake does that I kind of don't like is they try to soften up what Avalanche is doing. So like here's an example. In 7 Remake, in the first reactor, Jesse says, "Oh, I didn't mean to make the explosion that big. I only meant to make a little explosion." And it's heavily implied that Shinra is like killing its own people to get back at Avalanche. That was not a thing in the original game. In the original game, Barrett's like, "Yes, we are directly harming and possibly killing people in Midgar. We are shutting off their power. We're shutting off power to hospitals and schools. We are taking away people's heat. Like, we are probably going to kill people, but it's worth it because we are saving the planet itself." That's like Barrett's whole thing is like, yes, I'm a monster. I am killing people, but I'm doing it for the greater good. If Shinra is allowed to do this, everyone's going to die because they're going to kill the planet. I am making sacrifices to save the planet. Like, Barrett and Cloud doesn't care. Cloud's like, "I don't give a fuck. Just pay me." Tifa's the only one that really seems like worried about it. And I don't know how well that's conveyed in the remake. Like, in the original, Barrett has these crazy moments where he's like, "I know what I'm doing is wrong. I know I'm going to hell. I know that my hands are too bloody to hold Marlene anymore. I know I'm a sinner. I know I'm awful. But what I'm doing for everybody. I am right," you know? And it's all worth it when later on you find out in Corel that Barrett has immense guilt for what he allowed the Shinra to do in Corel. I don't know. Like, I can connect to the original more than I can connect to the remake, and I don't know why. I don't know if I explained it well. But like in remake they're like, "Oh, you know, Avalanche, you know, they're just great people. They don't want to hurt anybody." In the original they're like, "No, we know we're killing people. We know we're harming people, but it's worth it. We are ready to accept that." I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not communicating this very well, but I just like the original a lot better. I think it's paced way better. I like the gameplay better. I like how much more customization you have. I like how varied the world is. Now, to be fair, the remake is only Midgar. It's not the whole game. But I also like how strongly characterized everyone is. And it doesn't take hours and hours of cutscenes to get to that point. I'm sorry. I think it's 100% nostalgia. I think it's 100% just what I'm used to and what I it's like personal preference. I don't think I've really communicated very well why I like it so much.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
What is this?
I think someone's hungry.
Is this just a water crystal that releases water? Jesus. It'd be the same for me if I played the original first. Yeah. This was the thing I saw downstairs. What is this? Finding items. High potion. Cool. I love how it actually spells out high and it's not just HI. I don't know. I love what they did with Barrett in the original. Like, I love how Barrett, like, really is this awful person, but he believes that it's worth it. Like, he believes that the situation on Gaia is so dire that the only way to be the change that the planet needs is to sacrifice people, essentially, you know? Like, there's a scene in FF7 Remake where President Shinra is telling Barrett, like, people rely on Mako. People can only live here because of Mako. And Barrett's like, yeah, well, you know, but in the original, Barrett's like, I don't care. Like, what you're doing is harmful to the planet, and we're all gonna die if you're allowed to do what you do. You've gone too far, and I'm willing to, like, you know, blow shit up, basically. Now, later on, they realize how much more of a threat Sephiroth is to the planet than Shinra ever was, and they kind of switch priorities. But I just love how Barrett's like, yep, I understand, and I got it. I understand. I am willing to kill these people to do the right thing. It's like, damn, Barrett. Yeah.
Preparation is key.
But yeah, the remake makes it out. It just makes him too nice. It makes it too sanitized. To be fair, that's probably a very minor point, but it's something that was always bothering me when I was playing the game. I'm like, they are terrorists. What they are doing is awful, you know? But the game's like, oh, you know, they're like the good terrorists. You know? And Cloud didn't give a fuck. I like how they still have that. Cloud didn't give two shits, you know? He didn't care at all. I also think it's weird how the remake tease. I don't think the ends justify the means, so I strongly disagree with OG Bear. It's fine if you just like, but that's the thing. You're affected by it. You're like, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's right, you know? But Barrett is right. Like, he sounds terrible. He sounds awful. But, like, in the context of Final Fantasy, he is correct. Shinra is basically burning souls to heat the city. Like, they're burning the blood of the planet and the blood of life itself to keep the lights on in Midgar. You know? Like, they are directly taking away from the planet's essence to do what they're doing. And yes, people have become reliant on that Mako, but there's a line in Advent Children I think is really good, where they say, with Mako, people were able to live very comfortable lives. But wasn't that because they were taken away from the planet's life? A lot of people thought so. And Barrett, I think his intentions are misguided, because he really just feels immense guilt for what he allowed to happen in Corel and what he advocated for. But Barrett is right. The only reason Shinra didn't successfully, like, destroy the planet was because Sephiroth showed up and it was like, you think you know how to destroy a planet? Step aside. I am going to blow the planet in half. Like, but, like, what I'm getting at is, like, you disagree with him. You're like, I don't agree with that. And it's like, yeah, like, that doesn't make him a bad character. It makes him a good character because you get involved with him. You're like, I don't agree with that. I think you're wrong. You know? But, like, you come to understand that, one, he's right. Okay, he's not right for wanting to kill people, but he is right that what Shinra's doing will eventually kill everybody and make the planet uninhabitable. Right about that. Now, there's probably a way to stop the Shinra without murdering tons of civilians. He's definitely wrong for doing that. But he's right about what Shinra will eventually do to the planet. And you understand why he's motivated to be so aggressive and violent. It's because of what happened in Corel, which I can't wait to see in the remake how they depict Corel. Corel and his fight with Dyne was, like, at the time, like, the biggest moment in the game for me. Like, when I first got to it, I was like, holy shit, you know? Like, Dyne realizes what he's done. Like, Barrett has done way worse than Dyne has. Like, Dyne has killed individual people, but Barrett has blown up whole portions of Midgar and killed probably hundreds, if not thousands of people. Directly and indirectly. So when Dyne realizes what he's done, and kills himself because he cannot imagine holding Marlene in his arms. Like, Dai and Barrett are very similar. Like, they have the similar gun arms, whatever. And when he dies, Barrett's like, my hands aren't any cleaner than yours, you know? And Barrett is like, what have I become? What have I done? You know, like, how did my life turn out like this? How did it go so bad? And I love that scene when Barrett's just trying to understand how his life came to this point and where he wants to go after that. Hey, Sakis. We're talking about Final Fantasy VII. We kind of got sidetracked because Alekin said the 7 Remake is his favorite Final Fantasy. And I was like, I gotta go with the OG, man. I love the OG. The OG is probably the most underrated, overrated game out there because everyone's like, oh, it's so overrated, you know? But it is a good game. It's a good story. It's good writing. I like it. Maybe the second disc is kind of all over the place. Nothing about the Final Fantasy series. It was the same reason I don't like the last part 2. I feel bad playing as a great character, like physically bad. Don't play Spec Ops: The Line. Jesus Christ. Spec Ops: The Line is like a villain POV. Nice to see you, Sakis. Sakis, I don't mean to make you self-conscious or anything, but I was looking forward to your stream on Wednesday, and I was kind of sad when you didn't stream. I'm not trying to make you self-conscious or anything. I don't want to do that, but I'm just saying, like, forget I said that. The reason I strongly dislike the Dark Quest in Final Fantasy 14. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Like I was like, where are you going with this? You know, I want to see where are you going with this darker character. Maybe this we can actually see him. It is 100% okay, Sakis. 100% kind. It's all right, but like an hour later, we walk through this door.
Nice and quiet in here, isn't it?
This is gorgeous.
There's Joshua.
Marquis, forgive my man. You'll be done in a jiffy. Just getting the place tidied up for the big procession.
I want to. I haven't been able to do it in the last couple months. Kind of miss it. I kind of miss you, Sakis. I don't want to play as a villain, but in my mind, it must be very clear they are the villain. So what I like about the Dark Knight quest is that it's like, okay, let's take this character who believes that, you know, like, evil in all its forms cannot be tolerated. And, you know, it's not even just eye for an eye. Anything that shows evil or corruption must be destroyed. You know? Like, let's run with that. Let's see how that would work in Ishgard. You know what I mean? Where corruption lies at the very heart of everything, you know? Playing through Dark Knight is almost like playing through almost like being Batman, you know? Well, no, it's more like being the Punisher. You know? It's like Punisher POV. But the thing of, like, okay, so I back to Barrett. The thing about Barrett is, like, Barrett understands, like, intellectually what he's doing is wrong, but he also believes that what he's doing justifies it, you know? And I think it was Dine that really showed him that, like, no, killing people and making orphans and destroying people's lives just as the Shinra have destroyed us is not the way to do it. Like, yes, the Shinra, if left unchecked, will destroy the planet, but you can't go about fixing it in the way that, like, they handled Corel. You're making more orphans. You're destroying more families. You're ending lives, and the ones that survive had to live without those next to them anymore. You know, it is not justified to do what you're doing. You're bringing untold pain to the people who will survive and inherit the world after the Shinra. And Barrett realizes this. So after Corel, Barrett's arc is pretty much over because he realizes that, yes, although I am correct and that the Shinra will destroy the world if they're left unchecked, what I'm doing is bringing untold suffering to people that will have to deal with it after the Shinra are gone. And there has to be a better way. I like that. I really hope they do the same thing in 7 Remake because I love that. I love that about Barrett. Is he using wind to get rid of the bugs on the trees? Is that what he's doing? Maybe it wasn't conveyed as effectively. Okay, so I played Final Fantasy VII a lot, and I always notice something new when I play through it. I feel bad that I have to do it as a player. Ah. Don't play Spec Ops: The Line. Jesus Christ. Don't play Spec Ops: The Line. Spec Ops: The Line, you literally feel like a villain. And the game knows it. The game admonishes you. Make an effort. Some large gate that require X and old R2. Oh, I love how dark it is. Oh, it's like realistic. Ah, 30 FPS. How dare you? Sockets, what's gonna be your comeback stream? What's the first thing you're gonna stream as a comeback? Oh, I love this throne room.
You commanded my presence, Your Grace.
What do you want to stream? What game, if I say what do you really want to stream, is the first thing you think of?
How may I serve you?
Resident Evil 3 wouldn't be a bad stream.
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches.
A blight? What's that?
It's only a matter of time before it crosses the...
Is that like the Nothing from Neverending Story?
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake.
My head is empty. Can't remember what games I have in my docket. Resident Evil will be a good start, though. It'll be my first game of the series. Sockets, you gotta start with Resident Evil 1. If it's your first Resident Evil, you gotta start with Resident Evil 1. The game that started it all, and my personal favorite, and it's also a lot of people's favorite. I highly recommend Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2 to start with. Resident Evil 1, it still uses the old tank controls, which I love the old tank controls, but they might not be for everybody. But I'm a maverick, a loose cannon. I have 3, and that's it. RE1 Remake is the best games ever made. Alekin, we gotta bully Sockets into buying Resident Evil 1. Sockets, we're just gonna bully you into playing Resident Evil 1. There's no escape.
Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster.
I think Resident Evil 3 is not the best place to start. Oh my, I'm feeling the pressure. Did someone gift you Resident Evil? Why do you have Resident Evil 3? Did you just buy it on a whim?
We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
Okay, so the story of Resident Evil isn't so deep and complex that you need to start at the beginning, but Resident Evil 1 is just so good. Resident Evil 3 Remake is a game ever made. It's not a terrible game, Alekin. It's just not as good as Resident Evil. It's just it's not a very good Resident Evil game, but it's not a bad game. It does like neuter Nemesis though. Compared to the original Resident Evil 3, it's not as good.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily.
If it's the only one you have, that's fine. That's fine, Sockets. We're not gonna bully you.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first.
Go and collect 10 bear asses.
heard the reports, I'm sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted.
Beastmen, straight out of 14. I caved to peer pressure. I'm checking Steam right now. Okay, you play Resident Evil 1, you gotta play as Jill first, though. The game doesn't tell you, but Jill is the easier mode. Chris is a lot harder. Chris has less inventory space, and he doesn't get a lockpick. And already he's got the deck stacked against him, but he also doesn't get the shotgun until way later. And he can't mix the thing to kill Plant 42 by himself. He has to get Rebecca to do it. He can't even play the piano. Rebecca has to play the piano for him. Overall, Jill is a much easier place to start when it comes to Resident Evil 1. The game personally offended me, but I will not judge. Alec, can you take things too seriously? I mean, I heard about Resident Evil 3 before I played it, so I was kind of prepared for it. And I hadn't played the original when I first played the remake, so I didn't really have anything to compare it to. You know, I mean, you heard how I lambasted the FF7 remake. If I had played RE3 the first time, I would have been like, RE3 remake is the worst game ever made, you know? What's the lore? What doth offend your sensibilities? Sometimes I think Sokkas is a sock, you know? That sounds like something a sentient sock would say.
Goblins in
I don't know why I'm yelling. I don't know why. I always feel like I'm yelling when I'm like streaming.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to
I don't know why I'm fucking with this light.
and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
Here's what happens when I turn off the light, by the way. Yeah, just total fucking darkness.
It is time to prove your strength.
You know how kind of weird it was buying this? I bought this fucking light in Walmart, you know? And this girl was looking at me like, mm-hmm. And I joked, I'm like, I'm starting an OnlyFans. And she's like, whatever. Like, she didn't care.
And shut your mother up for good.
I will do my
I love how the king kind of looks like Dracula pre-transportation.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
I hope M2 burns to the fucking...
Your Grace.
Sumo had to wake up and make that comment. Y'all want to hear the weirdest DM I've ever gotten on Twitch? Well, too bad, I'm going to tell you. The weirdest DM I've ever gotten on Twitch was from what I assume was a female viewer. They said you should do an OnlyFans, but you just use your voice. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I think you could make a lot of money. You have a very sexy voice. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, this is weird. They didn't say anything after that, and I didn't say anything to them. But I was like, what the hell did they mean by that? Chris Ross is not true. And they were working on a Code Veronica remake. Bro, would you rather have no remake or a bad remake? Well, I mean, ASMR stuff is popular. No remake? I disagree. What kind of question is that? No remake? We haters. You only say no remake because you're holding out hope that a better company will make a better remake. You don't really want no remake. I love how drastic the change is. Look at that. Bloom. It's like look, I'm playing Eco. Now I'm playing a modern game. You asked me, we would rather have no remake or a shit remake. You say no remake? I'm willing to go down with this ship. Sokkas is like, well, who is that dude in Anchorman? I don't know why we're yelling! Loud noises! I would rather have a remake than no remake. All right? Like I get it. You're holding out hope that a good company will make it, which is fine. Got it. Whatever. I want all of Resident Evil to be made in the style of 2 make and 4 make. You want Resident Evil 1 remade? But Resident Evil 1 remake is just it's perfect. It's wonderful. I think what was it? The only thing I didn't care for is snakes. I'm always praying they're not going to attack me when I go back through the courtyard. You know what I mean? You got bit by those snakes more than once.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
Clive's father looks like he's going to become a vampire. He straight up looks like Dracula before he turned into a vampire. Remake is 10 out of 10. It is, man. It is. Remake is a gorgeous game, but it's also 20 years old, and I would like to see it in a new style. I would kind of like to see it in a new style, but they would have to do something. They would have to add to it. They would have to do something with it. They would have to add to it, you know? Like bring it in line with the lore, you know? Maybe play as Rebecca or Barry. Whoa. Hang on a second. What if you had 4 campaigns where you play as Rebecca and Barry? Oh, huh? Oh, come on. How cool that would be?
And you will be taking Joshua.
What about an option for the original dialogue from Resident Evil 1? You were almost a Jill Sandwich. Imagine hearing Jill Sandwich in 2023. Capcom never adds stuff. They cut. That's the point we hate. But no, but when they made remake, they did. They added in Lisa Trevor. They added in the guardhouse. They added in stuff. They made it a better game with the stuff they added. And that was 20 years ago, yeah. But think about it. A Barry campaign. Barry Burton. I have this. Like, and Rebecca Chambers. Rebecca, you're here too? Yes, Chris, you're here too? Mikami was still on Capcom? Yeah. Shinji Mikami, man. It all falls apart when he leaves.
Can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
The king kind of looks like a Yakuza character to me.
Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
God damn, woman! Shit! How dare you talk about the guy on the front of the box like that? Worthless my ass. I know you can't see it. Let's try it again.
As am I,
there you go.
My dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne.
Can't see it that way.
All is in its right place.
Is this bitch Lady Macbeth?
You have not disgraced our noble blood.
Bro, I'm getting some Lady Macbeth vibes from this bitch. I bet you she's the villain. Whoa, we're getting comfortable. That they're husband and wife.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter.
Yo, look what's inside it. Try Final Fantasy 14 online, and they got a free code. Look at an ad for Final Fantasy 14. Here we go. Here's the alternate cover. It is badass.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star.
Sakis is actually a Quaker.
I'm a little old for that.
He's never so much as revealed her ankles to anybody. He's saving that for marriage. I reversed it. I reversed it.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect.
Bro, you know what I just thought of? I'm getting like Berserk vibes from Clive. I'm getting like Guts vibes from him. You know, he's soft spoken. He's got a big sword. He was rejected as a youth. I'm on standby, ready to hand out red letter A's. Shame, shame, shame. When I think about Sakis in real life, I imagine a sock.
I only wish I could say.
I imagine like a giant anthropomorphic sock.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
I don't actually know. Let's check out the active time lore. Born a princess of the Northern Territories, Jill was made a ward of Rosaria after her homeland's incessant raids were quelled by the duchy. She was raised in Roslith Castle alongside Clive and Joshua, came to love her as a sister. So she's not blood related, and she's not from Rosaria. She's from another country that was destroyed by war. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, it's kind of annoying that you have to read the data log to figure that out, but at least it's short. At least it's like 3 sentences or 2 sentences. So, thankfully, it's short. What is Metia? The burning red stars beneath the moon. What is this, Dalamud? Is Dalamud in this fucking game? I just got refused to read novels. Clive, Joshua, and Jill, the classic Final Fantasy characters. I mean, Final Fantasy IV had some kind of like normal ass names. You had Cecil, Rosa, Edge. At least the novel is in the game. I know, right? Bro, like, I don't know if you guys were here, but like, I was playing Final Fantasy. I was playing something. I was talking shit about Final Fantasy 15, and Truest Sin was like, "No, the game is made to be viewed as part of a larger thing. You're supposed to watch the movie and watch the anime and read the novel to get a full sense of story." I'm like, "That's dumb. That's stupid. Why would you do that? I don't like that." And they're like, "But that's how it's supposed to be done." It's like, that's idiotic. That's so. It's like, bro, what if you got a pizza, right? And you got a pizza with no cheese, and they're like, "Hey, if you want cheese, you got to go to this other store and get the cheese." I would never go back to that pizza place again. The fuck kind of shit is that? Now imagine that pizza costs $60. Flashbacks of Destiny having all the lore on their website instead of in the game. I mean, like, but the thing about Final Fantasy 15 is like Final Fantasy 15 still has super fucking long cutscenes that don't make any sense because they don't give you like half the backstory. Now, if a game just has gameplay and there is lore that I want to find out about, yeah, fine, whatever. You know, but like when a game asks you to sit in front of a cutscene for 10 hours but doesn't explain shit, it's like, bro, give it a proper world in your own medium. It doesn't spell well for what's coming. To be fair, Final Fantasy 15 had a mess of a development time. Overwatch lores and the short animations and time limited events.
It's getting cold. We should go in.
Bro, you could die tomorrow. My
Good night, Clive.
All right, you can only have one. Would you rather have Jill say "my lord" to you, or Clive say "my lady"? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, and I'm not gay. I'm pretty straight, but I'm on the fence about that. I don't know. Jill is prettier. Clive's hairless, silly.
Sorry, Ambrosia. We won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
She's 15. Didn't you read the data log? She's 15. How dare you? I tricked you. I tricked you. Y'all fell for it. In the flesh. What do you mean flashback? You act like Jill is a real person that you can go see right now.
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
His Grace departs. Open the gates.
This guy's like, thank God I'm not going. All right, how many people here do you think are going to die within the next hour or two? I'm going to say the king's going to die, the Phoenix is going to die, and the whole kingdom's going to get fucking destroyed. It's so unrealistic. 0 out of 10.
Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
What the fuck am I? Am I going to fucking walk? Bro, am I going to walk there?
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
That's the manly handshake. You grab each other's forearms. Oh.
If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave.
Goblins! There's goblins!
The beastmen are
Right, yeah, we're going to pop around Stillwind and see about that goblin problem, right?
Not today, we won't.
Yeah, Dylan, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to see if they have a whole bicep just out in the open with no sleeve or armor.
My lord.
As you command.
To the marshes, then. May the blessing of the crystals go with us.
I don't know what to say about that. I don't mind it. Whatever. Yo, we got us a whole ass world map. What is this? Is this a world map? What is this? Final Fantasy Type 0? The world map displays. Oh, bro. We got a whole ass world map. I like it. Have they ever had a world map like this? I don't think they've ever done a world map like this. No, they did. Final Fantasy Tactics did a world map like this. My one-day obsession of armor flaws is Tink. Sakas, my superpower is the ability to listen to people go on and on and on about whatever they're interested in, even though I don't give a shit. It served me well in relationships.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
Yo, I want to fight some goblins.
What's your step, my lord?
And everything else.
I'm spooked already. Lost in a fog. We get timely focus those. Oh yeah, so check this out. I think it's called so the Ring of Timely Evasion drops the platinum difficulty from a 5 out of 10 to a 3 out of 10. Just that ring drops it from a 5 out of 10 to a 3 out of 10. So we're not going to equip it. We're just going to not equip it. Are they paying attention? Why is that? They're traveling separately from the army. Because so they're working on behalf of like, okay, so the kingdom provides protection to the citizens, right? So they've determined it's only going to take a few of them to take out these goblins. So they're going to do that because that's what good royals do. They take care of the people, right? Also because they probably want to break up the story a bit with some combat.
Path. And who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead.
Is there a world map? Do I have an MP bar? Is there like a limit to how many times I can cast fire? Yeah, two of them might die. We got us a Marauder and we got us a Gladiator with no shield. It's Gablins! It's Gablins! They look extremely similar to Final Fantasy 1 Gablins.
With me.
Let's fight! Bro, just let me... Magic Burst. Press Y to strike an opponent with mitochondria magic explosion that deals significant will damage. Oh, that's beautiful! Use the blue mage to learn Goblin Punch. Whoops, wrong.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
Oh, that was easy, though. I wanted to fight some more. There's only 2 difficulties, I think. Story and gameplay difficulty. Oh, but if you beat New Game Plus, you get to play in Final Fantasy difficulty. Strength tonic. Oh, damn it! I keep pressing triangle to pull up the menu. What is strength tonic? Yeah. Got it. Strength tonic, 1 of 2. Oh, so you can only hold so many. Okay, 20%, 40%. Increases defense by 30% for 90 seconds. Increases attack power by 10% for 30 seconds. Bro. I love this. I love how similar it is to Final Fantasy 14.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
There's more.
What happened? They able to drop glitter items from their feet. Loot is gathered automatically by approaching the glittering icons. Cool.
Down with you.
What? What? You can hit enemies when they're down? Oh, that's cool as fuck. I want to fight some more. I want to fight more enemies. Come on. I want to fight some more enemies. What's in here? Oh, I'm spooked. I'm spooked. They give me a lot of items. I'm gonna save them for boss fights though. I don't really need them now. Also, no missable trophies in this game. You can just play it. Don't have to worry about trophies. A big plus. Oh.
Some of their number is spells. And what a number. We'll all have our hands full here.
Yeah, it's I use square. Well, that is nice. It reminds me I completely missed your stream on Vampire, and I was so sad about it. Oh, you're good. Very the turn stowing time, leaving the opponent open to a counter. Okay. We didn't do much. We pretty much went around the hospital talking to people. I mean, you know how my streams are, where I'll just like stop and just ramble on about whatever. Insufficient inventory space potion. Oh, you can only carry 4 potions at once. Oh. Oh, okay, so you can't just load up on a bunch of items. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's right. I got a bronze trophy. What was that bronze trophy for? Land 15 shift strikes or shift shots combined, excluding battles in the Hall of Virtue. I did that. Alright. The first of 50 trophies. Tremble before the power of the R2 button.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
And the 14 boss fight was buy 9 elixirs, press triangle until you win. Yeah. Yeah, like once you had a decent amount of money, the game just wasn't difficult anymore because of the ridiculous amount of items you could have. There was like 10 different items that healed you to full. Way too easy to cheese. It's more gamblings.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord.
Those limey gits.
I'm working on it.
You fucking what, mate? You're not gonna get out of here, I swear on me mom.
He's the leader.
He got a cool hat.
But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
Like RPGs, same enemies, slightly different sprites, equal stronger. Yes. I'm not a fan of this dialogue, to be honest. Really?
Shit! He's invited a friend!
Oh!
On your feet, Sir Wade.
Here it comes.
Middle foes. Larger enemies will face with caution. They have far more HP than their smaller counterparts. Use the Blessing of the Phoenix to not only deal considerable damage to these enemies, but also break their wills. Breaking an enemy's will can stagger it, even unable to act and vulnerable to attacks. Oh, it's a Gigas.
Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another. You don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, that's right. I forgot how to dodge. They can be partially staggered when a will gauge reduces 50. Oh shit! I shouldn't have used Flames of the Phoenix before he staggered. Oh well. Oh, he actually hit me. Boom! Okay, maybe Stone Skin Tunic. Fuck. Yeah, at least you don't have to babysit the AI. Got him! Fate complete. Giga slain. I'm liking the enemy design so far. I'm really liking it. Hey, we leveled up. We leveled up to level 16. No, level 6. The Final Fantasies did that for a while. The first time you leveled up to whatever level the game was at. Like Final Fantasy VII, your first battle, you level up to level 7. And in Final Fantasy VIII, the first time you level up in Squall, you level up to level 8. Hard leather armlets. Oh, baby, you know how I love me some leather. Though at first glance, this modest wrist piece might appear an uncomfortable fit for those cursed with fleshy forearms. On further inspection, one would be to really discover the band incomplete, offering its wearer a modicum of comfort, be he swine or starveling. Yo, they get the same motherfuckers that write the flavor text in Final Fantasy XIV to write the flavor text in this game. Yeah, fuck you, Gigas. Fucking gablins.
Come back and fight, you coward!
Oh, he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Before he summons the rest.
Oh, read the belt. Oh yeah, oh wait. Yeah, I heard about the belt dial or the belt. Wait, what am I? Okay, where's gear and icons? Designed more for keeping one's trousers in place than stopping the head of an axe. Those expecting any discernible protection from this basic accessory will be sorely disappointed. Yay, our defense went up by 10. Who knows what the fuck that means? Yeah, we're not gonna wear this. We're not gonna wear this. My man needs to hit the gym. Ah, oh yes, you're fully healed when you level up. Fuck yes, thank you.
There he is.
I can't target him, otherwise I would. I would just use fire on him.
Damn it.
You cheeky monkey. Can I just run over it? I can just run over it. Who gives a fuck? Maybe these small fan services work more than actual good game. They're not really fan services. They're just like cheeky little descriptions.
This ends now.
Okay, I don't know why, but I'm getting Marlboro energy right now. Like there's gonna be a fucking Marlboro comes out. Like another big enemy that comes out. Maybe like 2 Gigases or something. Or fucking Ultros comes out.
What's in there?
Oh! I knew it! Yo! Yo! Oh, I still got hit by it. Oh no, I got hit by it. Oh no.
I said stay away from its mouth.
Oh, it's gonna be a long fight.
Where's it going? Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh no! Oh shit! No! Don't suck us in! Fuck you! Cinematic strikes. When the screen flashes blue like this, during the pivotal moment, press the Y force times around to deliver a devastating blow. Is this the active time event from Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, I think it is. Instantly staggered! Oh! Fuck!
Before it recovers. I'll be fine now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to make sure I avoid that.
won't be gone for long.
Another cinematic strike. Let's get another cinematic strike. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh shit. Cinematic evasion. Ooh, press R1 before the time runs out to evade the upcoming attack. Yo, I can imagine the final boss being like 5 or 6 of these in a row. And he staggered too. He's about to go down. Yep. There we go. I don't know what Wild Rage is, but let's just get away from him.
Not quite. I think we made it angry. I'd rather we made it die.
Okay, he's about to jump up. He's about to jump up. Now we got to get away from him. Yep. Wild Rage. Okay, we're just going to get away from him and keep shooting. And keep shooting fire spells. Get away from him, get away from him, get away from him. Oh, he's almost about to die. Come on, come on, come on. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. All right, so he's going to be on his feet he's going to be on his face for a while. Got him! Hell yeah. Oh, I'm liking this combat. Oh, I'm liking this combat. It's like simple now, but I assume it's going to ramp up pretty soon. Also, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with the ability points. Yeah, level 7. Oh, no spoils. How dare you?
My lord. Thanks. I never thought I'd see it.
See what?
Just goblins in Rosaria, but morbals too. I'll petition his grace to send a detachment.
I like it too. I like how the magic is more of a fill.
If we don't stop them here...
Final Fantasy 15, it was just so cumbersome. You had to like craft it. You had to combine it with items. It was limited. Like, oh, it's such a pain in the ass. You had to sacrifice a weapon to use it, which means you had to get rid of the stats the weapon gave you. It was such an ordeal to use magic. I almost never used it.
Our gates before long.
We should get moving.
If you saw when I was magic bursting, so when I used magic after I used a full combo, it would do about 37 to 39 damage, which is about triple the damage it normally does.
We don't want to be caught out here.
So my strategy is like, you Phoenix Rush into the first hit, which does increase damage, and then you do the full 4-hit combo, and then immediately go into a Magic Burst. Magic Burst is also from Final Fantasy XI.
We're after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
I'm getting big guts energy from Clive. It makes me think of... wish I was watching Berserk. Not saying I'm not having a good time, but just Berserk is fucking awesome. If you've never seen it, you should watch it. Bro, this is Final Fantasy Tactics. Like, Phoenix Gate. What happens if I go back there? Oh, I guess I can't go back there. I have to go forward. So we had a little bit of combat. Now we're going to get a little bit of cutscenes. Bro, it's 9:20 here, and it's still bright outside. Man was not meant to live this far north of the equator.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword.
Oh, I love it. I love how they're embellishing.
Runs off screaming. Straight down a Morbal's gullet.
More tales! Drink and be merry, boys! Good work on the morrow.
Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself. The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
I fucking love it.
Are you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Bro, maybe it's time to go back to the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Aye. Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born into our family? It doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an icon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with the people. So that is what we must do.
I love how he's questioning the blessing of the crystals and how necessary it really is.
I don't suppose I'll be missed.
Poor Jill. She'll be wondering where you've got to.
This doggy! This dog. There he is.
So this is where you've been hiding.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
Feasts are the only time shields are allowed to take their ease, and I've never really been one for cakes and ale.
It's the vegetables I don't like. I hear you slew a Morble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoiled little lordling. If I didn't know how to handle a sword, I'd be a laughing stock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
Final Fantasy is an interesting case because translation back in the 80s and 90s wasn't, it wasn't always fair. Or so originally they were called Marlboros. That's what they called them in Final Fantasy. I think the first Final Fantasy that features Marlboros in America was Final Fantasy IV, which was called Final Fantasy II here. It's complicated. The actual first time Marlboros appeared was Final Fantasy II. And they didn't act like they do in this game. Like, they didn't use bad breath. I don't think it was till Final Fantasy IV they used bad breath. But like the monsters, there's like kind of staples of Final Fantasy, right? You have like goblins, Marlboros, cactuars, which are called sabatenders in Japanese. You have chocobos, moogles, tonberries. And like what they're originally called in Japanese wasn't always what they were called in English. Sometimes like translations get weird, but they were actually called Morbles. That's what they're called in Final Fantasy 14. But because it was so popular in America, they still call them Marlboros too. Like Sabatenders, originally called Sabatenders because Sabotend is Japanese for cactus. Well, when they translated it, they just called them cactars, right? I think Moogles were always called Moogles. I'm not exactly sure, but like it, this is probably only interesting to me, but it's kind of interesting like how much little things like that have changed over time, you know?
My brother the Phoenix, ruler over life and death.
It isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people. I don't have the strength.
It's interesting. So earlier in the year, I was playing through Final Fantasy 1 and 2, and in Final Fantasy 2, you can encounter Marlboros, but like one of the defining attributes of Marlboros is that they use bad breath. And what bad breath does is it inflicts every negative status ailment on you in the game. So, like a negative status ailment is like poison, or slow, or stone, or all that other stuff, right? It's really bad in Final Fantasy X because what it does is it inflicts poison, confusion, blindness, silence, and berserk. And basically what that means is that when you have berserk cast on you, you can only attack. You can't control your character. When you have confusion, you attack allies and enemies. When you have poison, every time you do anything, you take damage. When you have blind, you can't hit anything, so you keep missing. And when you have what was the other thing? Slow, it just slows your turns. So if a Marlboro gets you with bad breath, if it gets the entire party with bad breath, you're just gonna attack each other until you die. I want to say Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy VIII are where the most threatening, where Marlboros were the most threatening. So Final Fantasy X, you had the Great Marlboro. And what the Great Marlboro did is he ambushed you. He had a 100% ambush chance. The first thing he did was cast Bad Breath. So if you were attacked by him and you didn't have a character with First Strike on the weapon, First Strike allows you to get a first strike no matter what. Even if the enemy ambushes you. If you didn't have First Strike on a weapon and you didn't have equipment that protected against status ailments, you would get in a fight, get Bad Breath, and then everybody would just keep attacking until they died. It was pretty shitty. But that's like the one time that Final Fantasy ever did that. That was the only time where you'd ever just get into a battle and just die instantly. And it was in an optional dungeon at the end of the game. But yeah, Marlboros are pretty intimidating creatures in almost every other Final Fantasy. Same thing with Tonberries. Tonberries are... I'm gonna post a Tonberry. So Tonberries do a ton of fucking damage, and they also have an ability called Everyone's Grudge. Everyone's Grudge is interesting because it does damage to you based on the amount of enemies that you've killed. Copy image. So let's say you're toward the end of the game, right? And you've killed a ton of enemies. And they used Everyone's Grudge on you. Everyone's Grudge will do damage to you. It'll be like some damage multiplied by the amount of enemies you killed. So if you've killed like 100 enemies, it could do like max damage to you and kill you. And this damage ignores defense and everything else. It can be pretty bad because if you're toward the end of the game or you've been killing a lot of enemies, it's gonna one shot you. There's also Tonberries in some games that can make Everyone's Grudge a area wide effect. So if you don't have auto life on someone, it's gonna kill everybody. Tonberries are very nasty because of Everyone's Grudge, because like Everyone's Grudge just doesn't work like anything else in the game. Oh, the Master Tonberries do that. Master Tonberries do that in Final Fantasy VII, I think.
But you do.
Tonberries are very interesting design because they do look adorable, but they're some of the most dangerous enemies in the game. One of the things I really like about Final Fantasy XIV is Tonberries appear in Final Fantasy XIV, but Tonberries in Final Fantasy XIV, minor spoilers if you ever play Final Fantasy XIV, but Tonberries are only found in one dungeon, and they're not found anywhere else. And you find out why if you play through the Scholar quest line. So long ago, before the game starts in Final Fantasy XIV, there was a war between three nations, two of which don't exist anymore. And one nation unleashed a plague on another nation. And what it did was it turned them into Tonberries. So they were originally like Lalafels, like basically like short humanoids, and they were all turned into Tonberries. And Tonberries like don't die; they like live forever. But for a brief period, they kind of went crazy, and they forgot who they were. Through the actions of the player during the Scholar questline, you're able to like capture a Tonberry and like cast a spell on it that kind of breaks this like amnesia, and all of a sudden he remembers who he used to be, and he also remembers like what he's been doing for the last like, I think it's like 300 years, and he also remembers that all of the rest of his friends are still, crazy, and they're also still at Tonberries. As you go through the Alekin, remember, correct me if I'm wrong. As you go through the Scholar quest line, you figure out a way to basically make the Tonberries remember who they are, and like kind of break this spell that makes them go crazy. As of right now in Final Fantasy XIV, the Tonberry they haven't found a way to turn all the Tonberries back into their original form. But they're slowly rebuilding the nation that crumbled when they were all turned to Tonberries. It's distressing because you can go through the dungeon twice. There's a regular version and a hard mode version of this dungeon. In the first version, you're fighting Tonberries, and you end up fighting the Tonberry King. But once you do the Scholar quest line, you realize who these Tonberries really are, and the fact that they're not attacking you like they want to. And when you go back there a second time, you end up fighting enemies that have invaded the Wanderer's Palace. It's called the Wanderer's Palace. So far, they can manage to turn back to normal only one Tonberry. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. I want to say it's the level 70 quest. It's the end of the Stormblood quest where they managed to turn one of them back into normal. It's a Scholar level 80 quest. Oh, it's the optional quest. It's the Shadowbringers quest. I think my Scholar's like level 60 something. My Scholar isn't level 80 yet, so I didn't know that. I like Scholar. Scholar is fine when everything's going good, but when shit hits the fans, you're like, shit, Expedient. Come on, Expedient. But yeah, as of now, there haven't. I mean, I guess the assumption is because they turned one into normal, they can turn them all into normal eventually. But yeah, Tonberries in Final Fantasy XIV are very interesting.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria. All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink. The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant's shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
What about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe. No matter what. However hard it gets. I'll never let you down.
Thank you, Clive. I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself.
I haven't done any of the Shadowbringers job quests. I haven't done any of the level 80 quests. I need to. I'm curious to see what the level 80 Paladin quest is.
I should go inside. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, I probably mentioned this before. My favorite tank is Paladin now. My friendship has ended with Warrior. My new friend is Paladin. This dog. He's so cute. They would not have the balls to kill that dog. They wouldn't dare. Oh, I will sold this then. Is it Griffith? This is like the first proper medieval Final Fantasy since like Final Fantasy V, which came out in 1994, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty confident about that. 1992. Shit. Damn, 1992, really?
Sampling the wearers, were you?
$1992? Really? Final Fantasy V? No, 1992?
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in wine.
When Final Fantasy VI come out?
What in the...
Oh, shit! Oh, they're infiltrating the kingdom while the king's away. And they're wearing the same outfit.
Gateway secured, Captain.
We proceed as planned.
Bro, it looks like Garleans. What if, I know they're called the Ironwood or whatever, but what if they call them like Garlemald is the name of the evil empire from Final Fantasy XIV that died off screen. Jesus Christ, like Final Fantasy XIV is a very ambitious game when it comes to story, and to their detriment, I think they try to do too many things when it comes to the story in each expansion. To me, the best expansion was Heavensward, which was very focused on one thing, the Dragon Song War. I think it was a better story for it. Almost every other game kind of goes in multiple directions. Every expansion goes in multiple directions for this.
Is that...
I guess he's gonna die.
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Oh, we get to control him. Flight of the Fledgling. Flight of the Fledgling, huh? Okay, so I guess he's not gonna die. He has to get out of there. Oh, that's cool as shit. Look at that. Yo, we can actually attack. Curaga. Bro, we got Curaga. Also, Thornton was a very underrated villain. Yes, I agree. My favorite story has been Heavensward because it was so well paced. It was a really good focus. You weren't all over the place. Like, okay, I like Shadowbringers, but Shadowbringers is like, okay, now for the next 14 fucking quests, you're gonna try to get a trolley to move. And it's like, bro, like it's just so oddly paced. Like just once the momentum starts building up, it just plummets. Like Shadowbringers, there's some amazing moments, but as a whole, I didn't really care for it. Honestly, I like Stormblood a bit better. Endwalker was probably my favorite after Heavensward, but Heavensward was just so good. Look at, I love this. I love the lighting. I love how dark things are. Look at that. Look at that shit. He's not even using his sword. He's just using fire.
Are the enemy already inside the castle?
I'm afraid so, Your Highness. We must hurry.
Damage would be much better if it was before Stormblood. So the thing about Shadowbringers is that they build up the Sin Eaters, and the Sin Eaters are awesome. They build up the Sin Eaters as these like just awful demonic threats, and they are, you know, like just killing them. Okay, killing the Light Wardens like produces more. Like what they should have done is like, you can't even kill them because killing them will turn you into a Sin Eater, and maybe create more Sin Eaters, you know. So they're these like really imposing, difficult things that are. It almost looks like you just can't win against them. That they're eventually going to win, you know. It's like fighting a robot army that can build other robots, or fighting an undead army that can make soldiers out of the dead. Like you're eventually going to lose. They're such an imposing presence, you know. But then like you defeat the one in the first dungeon. Like you defeat the final boss of the first dungeon, and the Warrior of Light just absorbs the essence, and it's like not a problem, and it's like okay. And then like after that, they build Warriors of Darkness and Flood of the First and the Pro 7 Sword. They ignore everything, do Stormblood, then ignore Stormblood. Yeah, well, I think that's because of how the writing works and how the planning works. Like I didn't mind that, you know. Like I love the Shadowbringers role quests. I think they're really really good. I think they should have been mandatory. But I think they're really really good, and they tell a really good story about like the downfall of this place, and how awful the flood really was, and how screwed over the Warriors of Darkness really were. Well, I guess the Warriors of Light. But like once you finish that first dungeon, Holemaster Switch, it's like the Sin Eaters aren't a threat anymore. They're only a threat because one guy can like control them and mass them like an army. And it's like, bro, before we went into this dungeon, these things were like the most threatening things we've ever seen. And after this dungeon, it's like, oh, whatever. The Warrior of Light can absorb them. It's just a matter of time until we win. And it's like, no, like it was just weird how all of a sudden they weren't really a threat anymore. And it was Lord Valthree that was the threat. It's like, he's not a fucking threat. Are you killing me? Just a big old fat dude. Like, I like Shadowbringers way more when I play for the second time. Maybe I should play it the second time then. Maybe I should play through it again. Now, that being said, I love post Shadowbringers. 5.3 is, I think to this day, my favorite patch. It's so good. So good. I like it better than the Endwalker post patches. I like the Endwalker story better than the Endwalker post Endwalker patches. But 5.3, man. 5.3 was beautiful. I loved it. Fourth favorite, second favorite? What's your first favorite? For me, it goes Heavensward, Endwalker, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Realm Reborn. Man of taste, I see. Fox is like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I love how dark it is, you know? Like I love how there's not just light everywhere for no reason.
I have to help them. Everything's on fire.
Fall back, Your Highness. He's not one of us.
No, I must do my duty.
God damn. Oh, when we use magic, it hurts us. Okay, so he's a heavy hitter, but it takes him a minute to kind of recover. He's like a mighty glacier. I think that's the terminology.
I saw them at the feast. They were laughing.
This is Sambra Quagab. Why would the Empire?
We must find my father.
Is there any items to discover? I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. There's not too many collectibles. Say a good thing.
Careful, Your Highness. Damn it, the bastards are everywhere.
Yeah, he's not fast and nimble like Clive is. You really got to think about what you're going to do before you do it. Because magic's very powerful, it knocks them down, but you kind of can't control yourself for a little while. It's probably for the best that every time you walk in a room, they don't see you. Alright. What do ability points do? I'm not 100% sure what ability points do yet. I assume skill trees.
Tyler!
Wait, is this one of the guys that was fighting with us? Oh, shit.
Damn it! His wounds are deep.
I can save him.
Your Highness,
Don't worry, you're going to be all right.
I'll hold them off.
Is that all I'm going to be playing? Is that all I'm going to be playing as Clive? Or I'm sorry, all I'm going to be playing as Joshua?
You're hurt.
I'll survive, thanks to His Highness.
Your Grace, Lord Murdoch.
You rescued the young prince. Well done, Sir Wade.
I'm in your debt, soldier.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We cannot stay here. We should make straight for the rear gate.
Omir lost Alan to Isam Gelif. May the winds speed you to Rosalith.
The north gate's up ahead. There are chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to safety.
No, I'm not going without you. You're supposed to be my shield, remember?
Don't need a shield.
I remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces to rally at the gate. Now go.
I will do my duty. You must do your duty too.
I know.
You have to keep Father safe. I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Looking over some of the trophies. You have to level up all icon abilities. It takes 118,000 ability points. Yay! We get to play as Guts! Oh man, we really can't go anywhere where the game wants us to go. Are we about to go back through everything? Are we about to go back through the castle? You only control one person at a time? Yes, you can.
Damn it all.
Captain!
Fuck yeah, let's go!
Let none escape.
As you command. You take care of that spellcaster. I'll keep the others occupied.
That was it?
That's them done. Are you alright?
So far, this game is paced like Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm liking it though.
We should head back.
Where you just go from combat area to combat area. You don't really explore. We got a Dragoon? We got some Dragoons, bro! Is that a Stydian? Boom! Yo, we got some Dragoons!
He's an Imperial Dragoon.
And you are the shield who was blessed by the Phoenix. Not that it will save you.
Oh, he got me.
Stay still, damn you! Your time is past!
Did I just miss him? I think I just missed him. Oh, I thought I could parry it. I thought I could parry jump. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, fuck. I just used my ability. Fuck him up.
Now, Clive, have at it!
You're going to regret that, boy.
Oh, he got me. Got him! Fuck you, Estinian. I got you. Level up. Level 8. I need to get this parrying down. I need to get this parrying down right. Because sometimes it works, but I don't really know how it works. The fact that parrying is the same button as attack is kind of like, ugh. He's just like me when you do the evilist, right? I mean, typical Dragoon, you know, he's fucking dead.
Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us? Not yet. Their numbers were too few. They were not here to take the castle. They were here to take heads. Our work is done. We should return to my father.
My lord, look. We issued these sashes but yesterday, in Rosalith. If they were already among us, what if there were others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
What is that?
What the hell is that?
Uncle, they're all right. Thank goodness.
Your Grace, is everyone safe?
For the moment. We ride for Rosalith to rally our forces. I will need your help to see Joshua safely back to the capital. On you get, Joshua.
Father?
Oh.
I'm I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that won't be possible.
What the fuck?
You honorless snakes!
Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah! Okay, so it wasn't the brother, it was the father. Oh god. Oh no.
You must do your duty too. You have to keep Father safe.
I had to.
I knew it. I knew it.
I'm counting on you, Joshua. Oh, fuck.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Phoenix.
What the fuck did he do? Did he become the Phoenix? What's going on? Oh, he's just lashing out. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Stop this! He's lost control. I have to do something. I have to save him. No, my lord. Fall back.
Oh. Oh my god, it's so sad. Oh god, please don't let the dog die. Please don't let the dog die. Oh god, everyone's dying. He's going berserk. He's just lashing out. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Get her on her feet and run. Please. Joshua, are you in pain? Not now. Come on. You're his shield. Do your duty. Save him. My lord?
The hell? What is this? What the fuck is going on? Is that Ifrit? That's Ifrit.
Second icon of fire. That's impossible.
Who are you? Leave me! No! Leave me alone!
Buy the Phoenix. Fire, aim, evade. Got it. I remember from like a couple hours ago. This is a Panzer Dragoon remake now. Bro, the health bar barely moved. What the fuck is that? Oh fuck. Oh my god, he did so much damage to me. Fucking epic music. Jesus, this feels like the end of the game. Got him. It's kind of like a loose lock on almost. It's like kind of locking onto him. Oh, fuck. What is this? Is this Isengard? What the fuck is this? Yeah, fuck you. Got that precision dodge on point. I love how there's like things of fire in his horns. I will do my duty, you limey git, you fiery piece of shit. Awakening. Oh, is that like Limit Break? I mean, the Phoenix's classic ability is Flames of Rebirth, where he brings everyone in the party back to life. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's using Hellfire. Oh, he's using Hellfire. Damnation in. 5, 4, 3. We got him. We got him before he could cast Hellfire. But they call it Damnation in this game for some reason. Oh shit, Hellfire. What the what? He killed us! I told you, Flames of Rebirth. We came back to life. The Phoenix will always rise from the ashes. God damn. We defeated a literal god of fire. Got 50 XP. Fucking badass. That's the end of the demo? That was the end of the demo? Wow, the demo actually gave you a lot to play with. Yeah, I'm glad I waited. Final Fantasy 16 ground. Holy shit. Why did Ifrit just appear? Is he like drawn to other icons? Like what the fuck? I assume you'll find out. Oh, I think that's how I had to go, you know, spoilers. I knew it! Beating the fuck out of Phoenix. Oh my god. He's beating the shit out of him.
Stop it! Take your hands off my brother!
Help me! Help me, Clive!
Joshua! Stop it!
Oh!
I swore I would protect him! Please! Please! Stop it!
Fight is fucking...
I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you!
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I really feel it. Oh my god. Is he really dead? Oh god.
Quite a mess that monster made. Damn shame about the Phoenix, but can't be helped. Oh, my condolences, Your Grace. Is there aught we can do?
Haven't you done enough, Captain?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Is that the Queen? Did the Queen condone all this? What the fuck's going on? The hell?
Joshua was my world, and now he is gone. I can only pray there will be a place for me in the world his radiance seeks to create.
Did she betray us? Did she betray her son and her... Oh my god.
I see.
That's the Queen. That's Clive and Joshua's mother and the wife of the king. These guys raided this castle and killed the king. And were about to kill Joshua until Ifrit showed up and killed him. Did she betray us? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Your Grace, over here. The rubble must have protected him from the worst of the flames. Shall we take him prisoner?
No need for that. Kill him.
This fucking bitch! She's worse than Lady Macbeth.
Wait. As my husband never tired of telling me, He is a fine soldier. I'm sure he would make an excellent addition to the Imperial front line. All in its right place.
I never liked her. I knew. Oh god.
Take this one. Chin up, lad. You're going to be a soldier.
Oh my god. Holy shit. I mean, if he didn't live, there's no like, there's no game.
Welcome back. Sorry. What's our situation? Let's just say Shiva and Titan's little spat hasn't made things any easier.
And? It's as you thought. The Crusaders have sounded the retreat.
Then we follow.
We're down a man, Sergeant.
If we return without Shiva's head, our fate will be no different from Biast's. I'll take my chances with the Iron Blood. At least then I might die fighting. After you do, that is.
I won't be dying. Not today.
Then it's settled. No dying. Now, if you don't mind, we have an army to chase.
Awoken. Rise from your reverie. That's gonna be second bronze trophy. New iconic abilities. Iconic abilities: Scarlet Cyclone and Heat Wave for the Phoenix are now available for acquisition. An upgrade on the abilities tab. Okay, let's try that. The Rising Flames and Scarlet Cyclone. Wait, what's going on? Spin quickly, creating a ring of fire that burns all enemies in range. Rising Flame. Summon a fire when it deals damage, you can launch lighter enemies into the air. Alright, let's see what... Where's abilities then? Ability points we spend. The abilities tab require new abilities, as well as upgrade existing ones. If you're unsatisfied with Cloud's current build, reset all abilities and try again. Is there no penalty for doing so? Hey. Sword indicates capacity for dealing damage. Star indicates the ability, abilities capacity for breaking the target's will. Let's see what we got. Okay, so... Oh, Master. I don't have enough. Okay, so you learn it and then you can master it? Okay. The melee attack. Mastered, dodge, mastered. Prism dodge. Also allows for counterattack using... Okay. Can I do anything? Magic Burst. Use triangle immediately after landing a melee attack to deliver a close range magic burst. Oh, shit. Oh, you can... Oh, I didn't know. What does Master do exactly? I don't really understand what Master does. Charge magic.
That can do this. They don't. Only the girl holding its leash.
Oh, I see. I can use magic between attacks like that. I don't have to use it just after my final attack. Okay. Okay, can we save? Do we have to? Can we save anytime? Unable to save this time. Why not? So there's like 10 autosaves. Like 10 autosaves, so you're never like too far away if you like miss something. Honestly, extremely convenient. I guess I go through here until I get to the next flashback. I'm not exactly sure how this works. Seems like a very story-heavy game, honestly. Which I'm fine. Open world was fun, but...
Do you think a retreating army and their dominant will fare any better?
By the flames.
I love how in recent Final Fantasies the summons play a huge role. In Final Fantasy 13, they were almost kind of an afterthought. Final Fantasy 15, they were important, but you never saw them that often. And I love how they're such an essential part of like the power struggles of this world. It's like who can control the summons and who can't. It's almost like nuclear weapons. It's like just having a summon makes you a threat.
Did you hear that?
Down there.
What is going on down there?
Titan has knocked the fight out of our Ironblood friends. Where are the rest of them? That can't be the main host.
Wait.
Is that Jill?
Sergeant. It's her.
The dominant. Are you certain?
The Crystalline Orthodox is a backwards faith for a backwards people. In the Iron Kingdom, they teach that dominants are unclean aberrations, born of blackest sin. Only their priests are allowed to perform the rites of priming. And I see many.
We end this quickly. Scott! Adion in here, Sagarid!
Shit. Holy shit. They are not fucking around.
What Alvation now king Alad Scully asked.
Let this be the end.
Avis! Care to kill some Ironblood?
Gladly.
Wyvern, you focus on the target.
Understood.
Ah, you got me.
even fully primed.
Ah. Can't stay too close to her.
I will not have their blood on my hands.
Just what I needed. Not this time.
You know what? Fuck it. God damn. Got him. All right, I'm figuring out this magic burst thing. So you can magic burst after every melee attack. So if you go like square triangle, square triangle, square triangle, square triangle, frozen tear. Used in crafting. I guess we're gonna be doing some crafting soon, ladies and gentlemen. And as she fought, she shed tears of ice, which shattered on the bloodstained earth below. Hey, beat the hell out of you. That was a fun fight. That was a good fight.
Is she dead?
I don't think so.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Like, no way.
No, that's not you. Not here.
I'll bloody do it then.
Fuck. We've got company, Wyvern. What the hell are you doing?
Lord Ohida Vedra!
Get your ass over here and help me with these bastards!
I'm sorry, Jill.
What is wrong with you, Wyvern?
Dominant. I know her.
Know her? Look around you! Do you think any of these animals care? I need you here!
Too slow.
I'm getting a lot better. I'm getting a lot better at the combat.
I won't ask you again, Wyvern. Take her head so we can be done with this.
Fuck you.
I can't. I won't.
You would betray the Holy Empire?
Betray? I don't recall ever pledging allegiance to your Emperor. My service may have been bought with this brand, but not my loyalty. I just fight to survive.
And you think
Fuck him up.
the Empire will have our heads if we return empty-handed? So if you won't take hers, I'll have to take yours.
I told you, Sergeant. I'm not dying here today. And neither is she.
Let's find out.
Got him.
Wyvern! Have you forgotten who plucked you from the front lines? Who trained you? Who gave you a name when you had none?
You speak as if we don't bear the same brand, Sergeant. I've always had a name, and I've not forgotten it.
Still clinging to the past like a torn blanket. Then you will die, as you should have 13 years ago.
Ah, he got me.
For nothing. No one. And I will not fall by your hand.
Not this time.
Traitor scum! I'll take your head.
Not this time.
By a traitor's blade.
Tiamat. Oh, his name was Tiamat? Tiamat was a name of a big time boss in the first Final Fantasy. Alright, after this I gotta save. About to hit 3.5 hours. Yo, these are literally sprites from Final Fantasy 14. I love it. This almost feels like a Final Fantasy Tactics remake with the way it's structured. The fuck? Is this Rama? Do we have the power of Ramu? Or did Ramu just show up? It's our dog! Oh, who's this? Who's this dude?
This way.
Who is this handsome man?
Bloody wind.
You know he's important because he has his own theme music. Are you better than mainstream overhyped games? I like Final Fantasy.
Fuck.
So far, it's pretty good. You know, sometimes games that a lot of people like and a lot of people play actually end up turning out pretty good. Oh, you know he's happy because he got that Spanish guitar? You mean the classical guitar? She hasn't changed her clothes in 15 years.
My proud desert lion. Would that you had taken care when chasing the hare? I expected more from the mighty Titan.
Literally Yotsuyu. Literally Yotsuyu. This is just Yotsuyu.
You put the Ice Queen on her back. No doubt. But you'll have to work harder if you're to claim this prize.
My lady, the thunder.
We'll be hearing more soon enough. You always were a fucking snake, Sid.
Shit.
Gather
We
the
said
men.
Sid.
We have
The
work
one guy that has to appear in every Final Fantasy. Even retroactively having to appear in one.
Jill. Is it really you?
You got that Kate +8 haircut? He's a medieval Karen.
And who's this fine hound I see before me?
A fine hound who saved your life. That's who.
Torgal.
Aye?
His name is Torgal.
You two acquainted? Well then, you won't mind taking him off my hands. Funny. I'd always pictured you as more the chocobo type. Clive Rosfield.
How do you know that name?
Come now. Fleet as flame, fierce as a wildfire. That there was the blessing of the Phoenix. I'd heard rumours that you'd survived, but I never paid them much heed. Calm down. I didn't come all this way for your handsome mug. Now her, on the other hand, she seemed worth muddying my boots for. None the worse for wear. Still, might be best to get a second opinion. Back her up.
Not another step.
Well, I'm not about to leave her here. Not one with a warm bed waiting. It's all right. You're welcome to join us. You do want to help her, don't you?
Sid, if we aren't back soon, Nan'll have our heads.
That's Sid? Oh, shit. It's quite the handsome Sid, if I do say so myself.
Everything once we're back at the hideaway. Come on.
I don't know if I like him as much as Final Fantasy 15 Sid. I definitely don't like him as much as Final Fantasy 14's. I do like him more than Final Fantasy 13 Sid because he was such a nothing burger. Final Fantasy 12, they had 2 Sids. And both of them were just delicious. Okay. That's going to be it. I got to call it. Oh, where can I go? When am I going to get free roam? It's probably going to be hours and hours until I get free roam. Final Fantasy 13's back, ladies and gentlemen. All right. When does it save? Make good progress. I told you he was going to die. I told you. The second he was like, oh, I love you so much, big brother. I'm like, he's fucking dead. He is dead. All right. Let's see. Who is still streaming? If Emo Burrito is still streaming, we're going to raid her. No. Truest Sin is streaming. Also. Oh, Dagbu is streaming. No love allowed. I know, right? Well, let's raid Zagbu. She is playing Dead by Daylight. It's a happy anniversary event. I'll help you with your challenge if you help me with mine. Oh, she's going after achievements. All right, everyone. That's going to be the stream for today. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. Possibly Monday. I'm all in on Final Fantasy 16. I can't imagine playing anything else. Like, we are all in on Final Fantasy 16. Sorry, we're going to have to put a hold on Vampire because I want to play me some Final Fantasy 16. I know you guys want to see it. Semi-rested. Thank you for the raid. I'm sorry, Sakas. I'm really sorry. Maybe I'll play it every now and then, but like... Who the hell did I... Oh. I'm sorry, Sakas. I might play through it on like a Thursday or Friday, but I'm really liking Final Fantasy 16 and I want to see where it's going. Thank you for the raid, Semi-Rested. We're literally about to raid Zagbu. Hang on. Let me shout you out first at least. See what you were playing, huh? What were you playing, Semi-Rested? I just got done with that game. Really?
That's it. You
were playing 16. Oh, thank you for the one dirt. Disarm Trent. Oh, I didn't. There was barely. Haven't beat it, but it's hella nice. I haven't gotten very far at all. I'm so glad I didn't look up anything about this game, so everything's like a surprise. Well, sort of. I mean, look, as soon as Joshua appeared and he was like, I just love you, big brother. You know, I'm so happy that you're my brother. Also, I'm happy that I'm alive. It's great to be alive. I'm like, this kid's gonna be dead in 10 minutes. I didn't think the king was gonna die. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see the mother being a total betraying bitch. I didn't see that coming. But I definitely saw the brother die, and I'm like, that motherfucker is not gonna live past the prologue. Like, he is gonna die, and it's gonna be fast. Like, I was pretty sure that was gonna happen. Then when he was about to die, he turned into Phoenix. I'm like, oh, maybe he won't die, and then he did die. All right, we are going to raid Zagbu. She is playing Dead by Daylight. She's an awesome streamer, and she is playing. I look like community challenges. I'm not sure. All right, everybody. I had an amazing time. I hope you guys had an amazing time. Like every other streamer in the world, we're all in on Final Fantasy 16. But damn it, I've been there since the beginning. All right, I'm not a. Anyway, I'm really liking it. Liking it better than Final Fantasy 15 so far. I'll see you guys later. We're gonna raid Zagbu, and I am going to head to bed. Or am I? Anyway, I will see you guys later. Take care, everybody. Kashmir out.